Hi. So I believe it's been a month since I made a challenge to myself to beat myopia or to do something about it. And for about a month, I was working on doing yoga every day, doing little things, but with my schedule, I would like to stay busy, but at the same time, it's productive. I'm doing a lot and I'm really happy about it. But to move to the point, my eyesight really got better. I just cannot believe the wins I'm having. It's minor, but it's very noticeable and very big in my life. And so, for comparison, um, basically about a month ago, my eyes had got to the point where it's right now my laptop is about arm's length, maybe just add a little bit of that, and I can sort of reach out to my laptop, and I could hardly read some of the letters, and I'm like, wow, this is getting too hard. I don't like it. I need to do something about it. And so I made the challenge for myself to do something every day to help myself to get my eyesight better. And so, without reading too much, I knew about my spine because I have scoliosis, and from past I knew it has built up not from the position I was sitting in, not from my lifestyle, because grade school and from first to fourth grade and for about first 12 years of my life, maybe 11, I was like a string. I was so straight that my teachers were sort of, relax, you're sitting too straight and stuff. And from that, I had lots of stuff happen in my life, lots of hard issues that really crushed me, like sexual abuses, emotional abuses, tons of different things, but it really crushed me as a person, and I developed scoliosis. It's not too harsh, but now my spine has a little thing. And so from that as well, I had lots of issues that I was facing. And so it's not necessarily your lifestyle as much as what happens to you and throughout the world, throughout as you live. And that has affected me in lots of ways. But my eyesight got worse as well. And from the real all those problems psychologically, I believe I didn't want to face them. I didn't want to see it. I just wanted to block it out because it was too much, and I just had to have a world of my own where I just don't have to see certain things. And that's a big thing. But so I haven't touched my past lives. I haven't touched different things spiritually. I haven't revoked any soul contracts. I haven't done much to help myself except doing eye yoga every day. And it's amazing, but I had some wins from that, and I haven't done much work. I have not worked my ass off. I have not done anything major that was oh, I really had to work hard. No, it's just a little bit, oh, I'm going to sleep, I'm going to do eye yoga. I'm taking a shower, I'm going to do eye yoga. I'm doing different things, I'm going to do eye yoga. And that's as simple as, you look left, and basically for myself, because I like it, I'm gonna hold it 10 seconds. So look at for me, it's left. So look at left for 10 seconds, and the eyes are going there to right 10 seconds, up 10 seconds, down 10 seconds, and then it's clockwise, your eyes are going like that, and then opposite, it's your eyes are going like that, and then you can draw a square, with your eyes, so you're just from there, there, you draw a square, and then it's all a zigzag, this way, W, and you're going this way, and then back, so basically, and do a lot, more like this, instead of, and then basically I would do 10 times, this is 1, and then 2, and so I would work like that, and at the same time, Z, this way, so mice would go flying like that and then go up and stuff. But basically I go to sleep and I do this every night. I go to sleep and literally I was not working hard. I was not trying much. I was just trying to deal with my life and work and stuff, and I'm oh right, I have to do eye yoga, and if I take a shower, if I do certain things, and I find oh yeah, eye yoga, and I do it. But basically 28 days later, or maybe 25, I go to a bookstore and I'm just looking around, and I'm I see much further, and there's these sections in the bookstores, and I'm realizing that I can see much further than ever before, throughout a few years since I had myopia, and that was amazing. That was wow, and that was such a huge win for me, because now I see a little win. And it might be a little in that sort of how far I can see, but it's a huge win because my doctor said you cannot turn myopia. You're gonna have myopia for the rest of your life. You cannot change it. And I'm I didn't like that fact, but they sort of pushed it and pushed it and pushed it, and I'm So that was the proof that it was a lie, and I can do something about it. And not necessarily a lie, but for me, I won my life. I won, and now I know that I can make a difference myself if I just put some effort and work. And that win alone, that's like, when you're trying to manifest something in your life, like, oh, I want to win $1,000,000, I want to do this and that, and you have goals, and you're like, subconsciously, you don't believe it's possible because you lived your whole life thinking that this you cannot do it, this is not going to succeed anyways. You have wishful thinking, you want that to happen, but you're not trying really hard because deep inside you know it's not going to happen. And so for me, the way I lived, maybe that was a cause. Maybe like lots of things in my life that were happening were sort of crushing me. And one thing is like, it's not just the eye yoga, but dealing with personal life. You might have had issues in life. You might have been abused. You might have had different things happening. But the thing that happens is that we can be really breaking down by that. By past lives, by things like our special events that are like sort of traumatic emotionally in this life, it can really harm you and break you. So if you imagine every person, like you can pick up an apple, and if you slice an apple in half, you will see sort of like a fribbing like line, like it goes like this and then back in this. So very similarly, the people like you and I and everyone else have this sort of shielding. You have an energy shielding around you. And so as you live in life, a lot of things can happen, and all these incidents when people cuss and say something bad to you, when they maybe unintentionally hurt you, when they are mean and bullying you and stuff like that, every bad word is like an arrow and it hits your shielding, your energy, and it can break through. But it's not just the shielding and energy. It literally attacks your soul and who you are as a being. And you might have very strong values of what you want to be like a person. For me, one of my main things is like, hey, I've read about like, different topics, and how to say, like, it does not sound like too weird. But basically, I don't want to be the person or like the girl that runs around with everyone like, hey, yeah, let's fool around and stuff. Like, no. I want to be like, there's one person I'm going to find, like, I'm just going to be the only one, and like I just like want to have that like very strong relationship with that person. And what happens in my childhood, I get sexually abused by one after another, like maybe like 3 people. But the thing is, they're really close family wise, so it's creepy as can be. It's really unpleasant. It's hurtful. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna tell police that I've been sexually abused. What do? They don't believe me. They're like, oh, you need to go to the nut house because you're too young for that. And I'm like, okay, the only people that could have helped me are wanting to send me to the nut house. So that was like sort of destroying me like in lots of ways. But they're like, it's not just that. Like I had like lots of issues in my life, and that kept breaking me again and again and again and again, to the point where, as a person, I'm really broken down. Like emotionally, spiritually, like it really hurt me. And it's like that energy shield that we have, it's like being crushed. And you as a person who's like all inside you, like you might have confidence, you might trust yourself and stuff, and you're being crushed, and all of a sudden your spine gets like that, you have scoliosis, and you're trying to hide from the world, you're trying to hide from all the pain, but it just keeps hurting you, crushing you, and your soul gets like that little in the shell, and it's basically feeling trapped, feeling squeezed, and you cannot move. And that is like sort of spiritually, you're trapped. And I had to literally work through a lot of things on my psychologically, emotionally, like let go a lot of things, forgive a lot of things, and just like work on myself. Because I cannot change others, but I have to change myself. That's the only thing I can change. And from that, I've been working and breaking through a lot of things. And I know it's like how I started like standing straight, and I have like my spine back, and like things are like restoring. And latest thing with vision as well. Like if I had seen my parents fight or different things happening, I was like sort of, it was hurtful. It was like a lot of things I didn't want to see, I didn't want it to happen, and I was sort of maybe subconsciously trying to like hey, I don't want to see that. I don't want that to happen, and I was sort of trying to hide from that. And nowadays, now that I'm older, I'm just still a kid in my own life, but I've been through a few things, and it's funny. I'm not even in the countries where there's like much of stuff happening. It's not the physical pain. It's not where, I've had that too, but I'm not starving. I have a roof over my head. I have like amazing life compared to some people who are at wars, who are starving, who have like really hard situations. And that's like sort of ironic because there are more people who are depressed yet living really good, and more people who are happy when they're living like poorly and in starvation and stuff like that. So it's like, it's weird how it works, but that's life. And basically, I keep dealing with these things and getting better, and I'm noticing like, I'm getting my eyesight back, my spine is getting straight and stuff, and I'm not doing much. I'm not doing like, the like current yoga where like I would help myself. I'm not going to swimming pools and stuff. I'm not like dancing much. And like these like sort of things I've heard about that can help you to get your spine straight. I'm not like going up on a pull-up bar, and I'm not hanging myself for the weights to like straighten up my spine. I haven't done that, but it's more like working on myself psychologically. I mean, I like working out, but like I'm working on myself more psychologically, emotionally, and spiritually. And these are the things that getting me wins. So I don't know, like I just wanted to share my success story. This is just like, these are the first steps I'm taking, but that will win. Just to know is that I can see better, that my eyesight got better. It's a huge win for me, and I want to encourage others. If you have bad eyesight, do yoga every day. I'm not doing much. Like I literally, it's not like I have a timer. It's not like I'm gonna make a rule to not sit in front of my PC all the time. I have a lot of people that I'm working with and stuff. I have lots of projects, and like 90% of the day I'm here in front of the PC and working and stuff. And it's bad for the eyesight, but it's weird how doing eye yoga basically for a minute or two every day just before bed. It's not like I've tried like too hard, but like the more I'm noticing that it's happening, that my eyesight is getting better and improving, the more I want to work, the more I'm like, I'm going to take a break and I'm going to work on my eyes. And I haven't taken supplements. I haven't taken long breaks from the PC. I haven't done too many things that I would help myself yet. But like just noticing eye yoga alone has improved my eyesight. It's amazing. It's breathtaking. It's like, I don't know, lots of those like limiting beliefs or things that maybe hurt me or scared me as a kid when I heard like, hey, you have myopia, you cannot restore that, it's gonna keep getting worse or stay at the same level. And I was like, oh, that's bad. Like I was like feeling really weird wearing glasses and stuff. But now it's like I'm breaking through it, and it's amazing. Like I cannot believe the wins I'm having. I sort of bragged to my parents and told my grandparents and stuff like, hey, do I yoga? And I'm just like telling them about my wins, but I literally just like, I yoga every day. You don't have to force yourself to do it, but before bed, before you go to sleep, just do it. Just like, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, you go around, and then zigzags, that's all it takes. And I'm winning, and I want others to win. So like, I will keep working on myself. It's not a challenge anymore, it's a lifestyle. And man, I'm so happy. Like, I'm really happy about these wins I'm having, and I want to work on myself better to maybe inspire others and see if you might have a bad eyesight, you might have wins too. And I want people to win. And so, man, I'm really happy. So I just want to share my success story and my thoughts on this whole thing. And hey, if you have tips, if you've been in myopia, or if you're working on it, or if you do have like eyesight problems, maybe spine problems, share here in the comments. Let me know your story or your thoughts on the whole thing. I'm really interested, and maybe together we can work on ourselves to get better. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and hope you take care of yourself. Bye.